I've been asked if I'm the same person I was before January 6th. And no, I'm not. Life has changed so much, so many things have happened. It's been a long 4 years living in this truck. Couldn't buy a home because, well, I didn't know whether or not I'd be going to prison. So, stayed in the truck. Anyway, I was driving through Dallas, Texas, driving my truck, when I received a phone call from my daughter, who told me that my son was just arrested in Denver at his home. Of course, I immediately knew, yep, January 6th. So the FBI agent, who by the way, his name was Nathan Garand. He wasn't really an FBI agent. He was a Colorado state trooper moonlighting as an FBI agent to round up the Jan 6ers in Colorado. Well, I called him, I talked to him, told him where I was, said that I'd be willing to come into Denver as soon as I could get my company to work back to Colorado, and I would come and turn myself in. He agreed to it. I met him at the FBI building in Denver. I was immediately cuffed, searched, and taken to the federal building where I was chained up like a rabid dog and thrown into a cell for 7.5 hours before my arraignment. Now, I understand, 7.5 hours, that's nothing compared to some of the other guys. But it is taking my freedom away from me. It was humiliating. So, I was released and had hearings. And in my initial hearing, we were put on pre-trial probation. So, we had to be on probation before we went to court. And they had all kinds of things we had to abide by. But the most important to me was that my son and I were not allowed to talk to each other, to be around each other during that time. I mean, this whole process took a little over a year. And as far as I'm concerned, I could give a rat's ass. Somebody telling me I can't see my son. But my son, on the other hand, is a small business owner, or I guess I should say was, a plumbing business in Denver, Colorado. And he was very worried about getting caught if we did keep in contact and losing his business. I don't blame him at all. I don't. So we didn't talk for over a year. I didn't see him for over a year. I was sentenced, and then he was sentenced a couple months after me. The thing is, we both were charged with the same offenses. I got 3 years of probation, fines. He got the same, but in addition, he got 60 days in jail. And on September 30th of 24, the day he was to self-surrender and turn himself in to begin that sentence, he decided he wanted to go out on one last ride on his Harley. You know, feel the wind in his hair, feel the freedom. I can only imagine what was going through his mind as he was on that ride. Distraction. He'd never been in jail before. I mean, to lose your freedom, to be jailed, that's the worst damn thing. On that ride, he was hit by a truck and he died. A whole year, my son was kept from me by the government, by the DOJ, by the Biden administration over a farce, over a scam, over lies. No, I'm not the same. I have nothing but hatred in my heart for the people that were involved in this. I lost so much. I lost my son. My daughter lost her brother.